Howdy y'all, and welcome. I hope everybody's doing well out there so far, and it's looking like we have an active weather pattern setting up here this week, and really we head towards the middle of March, so it's looking like March is going to be coming in like a lion, but will leave like a lamb. So we can see here, a frontal boundary is going to be extending from the southern plains to the Great Lakes, combined with a strong influx of low-level moisture, which is expected to maintain a wet pattern across the south central and eastern part of the country into the second week of March. So basically from March 8th through 16th, it's looking like we could be dealing with a pretty active weather pattern. And as we take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's guidance here, at least on Pivotal Weather, I'll show you guys a zoomed in map of this here in a minute, but we can see here for the next 4 days, we got severe weather to deal with here in the central part of the country. We got marginal risk today here on Tuesday, slight risk tomorrow on Hump Day here in Texas and Oklahoma and parts of Arkansas. Same areas are going to be impacted on Thursday, and we even have a 15% chance on day 4 on good old Friday. So as we zoom in here, we can see, of course, today we got a marginal risk, all low end threats, but the main threat's going to be large hail. There is no wind or tornado threat to speak of today, so that's some good news if you're within the marginal risk today here in the Central Plains. Day 2 on Hump Day, we got a slight risk, which could be upgraded into an enhanced risk tomorrow here from Texas up into Arkansas and parts of southern Missouri. Now, there's a 2% chance for tornadoes within this zone here. Please seek shelter accordingly. Basement, closet, interior, away from windows, be just fine, and make sure you heed those warnings accordingly as well. Now, high wind threat, there's a 15% chance for that here from Texas up into Arkansas. Pretty significant threat for high winds. Could be some power outages within this zone here. Hail, same threat, so make sure you're aware of high winds and hail tomorrow. And of course, on Thursday is also another slight risk. We don't know what the threats will be. I'm guessing all threats will be possible. I'll be posting on X and Facebook what the exact threats and timing will be, so stay tuned for that. But regardless, just act as if there's all threats possible on good old Thursday. Now for Friday, we got a 30% chance, very good chance of severe weather here from Oklahoma all the way up into Missouri, so could be a moderate risk day on Friday, or could even downtrend, but who knows. Now, to take a look at all of these threats, we're going to take a look at the NAM 12 kilometer that takes us all the way into Friday evening. And keep in mind, date and times up here if you ever want to keep track, by the way. And as we push off into today, really not much to worry about here in the Central Plains. Marginal risk, mainly just for some large hail, but really, other than that, not much to worry about. Move off into Wednesday, we do have a slight risk for severe weather, so should be mindful of that. There is a low-end tornado threat, but keep in mind, significant tornadoes can still happen on low-end days. Push off into Thursday, another slight risk here, out here by Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. I think Thursday is the most significant day out of the 3 between today and the next couple of days, so be mindful of this. I will show you the parameters here in a minute. So looking like Wednesday night and Thursday morning is when we could see some significant severe weather. And then on Thursday evening, of course, not much happening, but then we can see here, this is as far as the NAM 12 kilometer will go out, but we could see we could be dealing with some supercells here on Friday evening, and so this could be an overnight event with severe weather here in the Central Plains and some backside snow and icing occurring in the northern plains and out here by Wyoming. So keep that in mind. We could be coming in on severe weather on the front side, significant snow on the backside, and really the only parameters here on the NAM 12 kilometers is the surfacescape, so it's really better than nothing. Basically, this shows us thunderstorm fuel essentially is what CAPE is, basically the energy that the storms get to work with. And we can see here today, not much CAPE at all. Really not much to worry about today, I wouldn't think. Just be mindful of the hail today is really all I gotta say. Wednesday, a little bit more significant, of course. There is a slight risk issued. Now I'm thinking Thursday and into Friday, I think that's going to be the most significant event. As you can see, it's right around 3,000 joules per kilogram as we head into Friday evening down here in Texas and Oklahoma, but of course this is as far as the NAM 12 kilometer goes out. So let's actually take a look at a different model that will show us more parameters. Going to take a look at the Euro here. We'll get into the next couple weeks here in a minute, but we can see the lightning flash density rate. This shows us where the most intense severe weather is going to be at, and you can see today, not expecting much at all. Might be something in Oklahoma and Texas today, but I'm not expecting much at all. Tomorrow on Wednesday morning, could be dealing with some thunder boomers here in Oklahoma and Kansas to worry about in the morning hours up until we head into the afternoon hours here southeast Kansas, northeast Oklahoma, a little bit of northwest Arkansas, and southwest Missouri. Could be dealing with some significant severe weather right around the early afternoon hours on Wednesday, and continuing on and off all the way through the early morning hours of Thursday. And then watch as we head into Thursday afternoon. I think Thursday is going to be a really big day for severe weather. I wouldn't be surprised if they issue a high-end enhanced risk, maybe low-end moderate risk, but it also could downtrend as well and overperform. But I'm thinking Thursday is going to be a huge day for severe weather here in Texas and Oklahoma. Make sure you don't let your guard down, and make sure you be mindful of those warnings and seek shelter accordingly in a basement, closet, interior room away from window. You'll be just fine. And of course, on Friday, I think Friday is going to be a really huge day as well. There's a 30% chance for severe weather, which is really off the charts for a day 4 outlook. We can see here Central Plains, tell me where it's at for severe weather. So again, like I said earlier, be mindful of the warnings. Make sure you seek shelter accordingly. Basement, closet, interior, away from windows, that tornado warning goes off. Even if it's a radar indicated tornado, make sure you act as if it is a confirmed tornado. I know the National Weather Service issues tornado warnings left and right nowadays because it's really a cover our butt kind of warning. But really, just please act as if it's a real tornado on the ground, because you never know. So now that I covered that pretty much, we're going to be dealing with some severe weather pretty much all week this week. Let's go ahead and get into what we could expect after this week and really for the rest of the country. Oh, and I did forget to cover one thing, the winds. If y'all want to check out the winds and what we could expect this week as well. Now today, not much to worry about. Tomorrow, there's a pretty good chance of high winds, right around 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible in Texas and Oklahoma. And then of course, on Friday is going to be a huge day for severe weather, even during the early morning hours. You can see close to 60 mile an hour wind gusts up here in Kansas. So definitely going to be some power outages on Thursday and Friday. So again, be mindful of that. Make sure you have what you need in case the power does go out. And of course, like I said earlier, seek shelter accordingly when those tornado warnings go off. So to cover what we could expect for the next couple of weeks other than the severe weather, we're going to take a look at the GFS and zoom out here on the lower 48. Now we can see today we got some heavy rain going on here in the Ohio Valley and extending all the way here to the Central Plains, and we also have some snowfall and icing going on here in the Northeast. But overall, much of the country is looking to be pretty quiet overall, other than a margin risk here in the Central Plains, which is really a nothing burger if I'm being honest with y'all. But we can see as we head into Wednesday and into Thursday, there is going to be a pretty significant chance for severe weather here in Texas and Oklahoma. Slight risk has been issued currently, could be upgraded into an enhanced risk or moderate risk, just depends, or even could be downgraded if it overperforms. But I'll be keeping y'all posted, of course, on X and on Facebook up here. And we can see it's just going to be a train of heavy rain here in the Midwest, Ohio Valley, and Central Plains. And we can see that there's going to be a 993 low here in the upper Midwest, which is a really low pressure. We got severe weather on the south side of the low pressure, and of course on the northern side we got some blizzard-like conditions and icing occurring. And I think really Thursday and Friday is going to be the big day, if I'm honest with y'all. Major snow on the backside, major severe weather on the front side. Huge day for severe weather and flooding going on in the Mid-South, and significant snowfall occurring in the northern plains. And it's just looking like a soggy pattern is just going to be persisting over and over and over the same areas. So we head into the end of this week, unfortunately. So if you have dogs and hate muddy yards, then I guess unfortunately it's going to be remaining muddy out there for much of us here in the central and eastern part of the country. Now, as we head off into next week, really much the same story here out east, unfortunately. Look like some pesky snow showers occurring in the northern plains and up here by northern Montana, and a soggy mess up here in the Pacific Northwest. A lot of rainfall occurring in the Southwest. And it's looking like we could be heading into another severe weather pattern as we head into the middle of the month down here in the same areas that are going to be getting impacted this weekend. So looks like March is coming in like a lion, y'all, but will it live like a lamb? Well, that's to be determined. I mean, the further we head out, the more uncertainty there is, but it's looking like we could be coming back into some heavy snowfall here in the northern plains and maybe here in the Midwest as we head into the end of the month. But of course, heading into 300 some hours out, will change between now and then, and it's looking like the Mount West could be coming in on some heavy snowfall as well. And of course, follow land further we head out. So basically, this week we're going to be coming in on severe weather and flooding here in the central and eastern part of the country, heavy snowfall in the Mountain West and Northern Plains. Once we head out of this weekend and into next week, really much the same story is going to be occurring. Could be coming in on a little bit of a quiet pattern overall, but as we head into later next week, we could be coming into another active weather pattern with severe weather in the same areas that are going to be coming in on that this week. And it's looking like the Northwest, Northern Plains, and potentially Upper Midwest could be coming in on a potential snowstorm as well. So again, March is coming in like a lion, y'all, and it's really not looking like it's going to be leaving like a lamb, but you never know. Can and will change, and it looks like we could be coming in on a potential, what we call atmospheric river out in the West Coast. And of course, this really aligns up well with the Climate Prediction Center's guidance on well above average precipitation for the next 6 to 10 days from the 8th through the 12th. So, gonna be a lot of flash flooding going on, gonna be a lot of muddy floors in the house, unfortunately. But we are inching closer to springtime, and it is actually technically meteorological spring, so I guess look forward to that. And we can see the only areas that are going to be coming in on below average precipitation is out here by California and Nevada, but as shown on the models earlier, could be coming in on what we call an atmospheric river at the middle and end of the month, but of course that will change between now and then, so keep that in mind. Next 8 to 14 days, looks like much the same story though. 10th to 16th, well above average here out east, but still remaining below average out west. And we can see heavy precipitation from the 10th to the 11th here out east, from Texas up here into Pennsylvania, and a little bit of New York as well, so be mindful of that. And there's a moderate risk as well, so we really don't need the Climate Prediction Center to tell us that, really. Spring's here, muddy floors are here as well, so that's unfortunate. But hey, the warm temperatures might be coming up here soon. We'll get to that here in a little bit as well, but we can see slight risk for heavy snowfall. Unfortunately, y'all still deal with snowfall this time of year up there in the Mountain West, but hey, if you have any ski resorts out there, then get out there and enjoy those if you do have any, so I guess that's a positive to snowfall out there. And with heavy precipitation being known, let's go take a look at how much will actually fall here in the National Blend of Models. Starting off with the precipitation totals all the way through the March 14th, we can see where the jackpot of rain is going to be at here from Texas up into the Northeast. Now keep in mind, up here in the Northeast, some of this will be snowfall. So we zoom in here, close to, some areas getting in on close to 7 inches of rainfall here in Indiana. So that's unprecedented, but can happen here in springtime. Zoom in here to the central part of the country, you can see it real clearly. So roughly 3 to 6 inches is what I would expect here out east, here from Texas all the way up into the Northeast. And out west, we can see going to be drying out there by California, but of course the Pacific Northwest, it pretty much rains all the time up there, so going to be dealing with a lot of rainfall up there. As far as snowfall goes, we can see the Northeast coming in on snowfall, but the jackpot's going to be up here the Pacific Northwest, what else is new, and out here by the Rockies. Zoom in so y'all can see this. In the Northeast, roughly 2 to 4 inches, really not much snow hardly at all for y'all up there. Out west, we can see the Rockies coming in on the most, as well as here the Pacific Northwest and California mountains. Good for the ski resorts if you have any out there. Like I said earlier, get out there and enjoy those. So now that I covered that basically, we're going to be coming into a mud pit here as we head towards the middle and end of March. Let's go ahead and get into the temperatures of what we could expect, as we could be coming in on a wild ride of temperatures here very soon, as we are getting closer into springtime. And side note here, we are coming in on time change, I think this weekend, so make sure you set those clocks forward an hour and look forward to losing an hour of sleep. But hey, we gain an hour of daylight, so that's a trade-off, so I guess we'll take it. But on to the temperatures here, we can see that today it's going to be warm here for much of us here in the lower 48. Northeast is going to be a little chilly, but really overall, much of the country is going to be a little bit warmer than it has been. We'll take it. Not complaining here after coming in on such a very cold winter. And say tomorrow getting warmer here in the northern plains, and this is going to spark some severe weather as well. We can see we got some 80-degree temperatures here in the Gulf Coast and down here in the south central part of the country. So we head into Thursday, this is going to fuel that severe weather outbreak potential down here in Texas and Oklahoma, so be mindful of that. Gulf moisture from the south, cold air from the north, powder keg environment for severe weather. And even on Friday is going to be an even worse day potentially. We can see close to 80-degree temperatures here in central Nebraska and close to freezing and 40-degree temperatures here in central and western Nebraska and into southwest South Dakota. So I would say there's going to be some severe weather on Friday because you can see a drastic change in temperatures here as that cold front starts to roll through and drop those temperatures down drastically as we head into Saturday morning. So folks here in the Central Plains going to be going to sleep with close to 70-degree temperatures and waking up in the morning to close to freezing to close to mid 20-degree temperatures and potential snow on the ground as well. So that sucks, but that's spring. It's what's usually what spring brings to us, unfortunately. And we can see that that cold front's going to keep on keeping on and going to drop those temperatures down, but it ain't going to last too long though, because those warm temperatures are going to come back and stick around for a while actually. And this is going to shape up our next severe weather pattern as we head closer to the middle of the month. We can see we're going to be back into that temperature pattern yet again as we head into next week, which is going to result in that severe weather again. And of course, the cold air is going to knock it out again, and we can see those negatives creeping in again, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. At least not like we did back, I think, beginning of February. So really nothing to worry about. But basically, we're just going to be coming in on some very nice temperatures here for the month of March, pretty much. And I know I didn't do a March outlook. I did my spring outlook to replace it, but I did post on X and Facebook, and really here on YouTube Community Post, what we could expect for March. So make sure you go check that out. Basically, it's going to be a warmer than normal March and wetter than normal as well. But we can see here where we're going to be fun in the sun, dealing with those nice warm temperatures, and then Old Man Winter comes in right behind it, knocks it out again, and then we're going to be warm again, and then Old Man Winter's like, I don't think so, so it comes back with a vengeance, and then those warm temperatures come right back again and stick around and stay around. So what about the temperature anomalies? Well, this week I would expect it to be well above average for much of us, and then of course Old Man Winter's going to be coming back, but really overall I think the next couple of weeks we're going to be well above average, so that's some good news. If you are a hater of winter like I am, then this is very good news. But if you love winter, then I guess you really don't like this at all. But I don't really care. I like the hot air. I love to see the well above average temperatures make a return after coming in on such a very frigid winter, especially in February. And we can see we could be coming back into some below average temperatures as we head into the middle of the month, but overall, I think we're going to be heading into an above average temperature trend as we head into the next couple of weeks. And the Climate Prediction Center would be in agreement with that. We can see really much of the country is heading into an above average pattern, while the eastern part of the country is coming out on a well above average temperatures. So I'm happy to see it, y'all. Very, very happy to see it. Next 8 to 14 days could be coming in on a little bit of a cooling trend like I showed you earlier, but I'm not expecting it to stick around. I think we could come in on maybe 1 or 2 cold snaps, but I think overall we're going to be warmer than normal heading to the beginning and the middle of March, which is going to result in severe weather here in the central and southern plains, unfortunately. But that's usually what we deal with during spring. We deal with severe weather and muddy floors. As we take a look at the hazardous temperatures outlook, nothing is out there, so that's some good news, but expect warmer than normal temperatures for much of us here in the lower 48. So if y'all stayed this far in the video, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all. And as a thank you, here is the birdcast map of the bird migration. As the birds start to migrate north, we'll be taking a look at this here all the way through, I think, through May or maybe June. But we can see today, the night of March 3rd, not many birds are going to be expected to move northward, which is really expected. Tomorrow, a little bit more. Of course, on March 5th, a little bit less. But expect this number to pick up as we head into April, because I think April time, we'll be seeing more birds head our way, so some good news. And one last thing before I let y'all go, here is the Storm Prediction Center's wording on the severe weather for the next few days, Wednesday and Thursday. I think Thursday is going to be the bigger day of the next few days before we head into Friday, and I think Friday is going to be a huge day for severe weather, as there's a 30% chance for that. So be mindful of that. Basically, severe thunderstorms will be possible, like I said earlier, from Wednesday through Friday, from the Southern Plains through the Midwest. Large hail, severe wind gusts, and tornadoes will all be possible. 2-inch hail could occur on Thursday and Friday, so make sure you monitor forecasts for the latest information and updates to the risk areas, and be prepared to take action if warnings are issued for your location, like basement, closet, interior, away from windows. You'll be just fine. So be mindful of this. I'll be posting on X and Facebook, of course, as I always do, to keep y'all updated. So I hope each and every one of y'all enjoyed this forecast and got a lot out of it. If you did, please make sure you hit that like and share button so more folks are informed about the weather. Also, leave me some feedback in the comment section down below, so any feedback helps provide you, the viewer, better, more informative content in the future. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, because at Everyone's Weather, we try to make weather forecasting fun and informative. So basically, looks like we could be coming in on an active weather pattern for the next couple of weeks with a volatile temperature pattern as well. So March is coming in like a lion, but it may leave like a lamb or may not. You never know. So again, don't forget to move those clocks forward this weekend. Unfortunately, we're going to be losing an hour of sleep, but look at it this way, we gain an hour of daylight, so that's some good news. And of course, what comes with spring is muddy floors, so look forward to that as well. So it's unfortunate, but usually it's what spring brings. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate all of y'all for watching, and until next time, have a great day and never stop forecasting.
Fuck time change!
That was close! Time to chase those storms! Let's go!
Oh, damn, this is getting serious. I need to go. Major tornado outbreak potential today. Ah, fuck, it's Duck Donald's. I am starving, though. Maybe Hooters will be a treat tonight if I catch a twister. I hate this fucking Duck Donald's, so the food better be fucking fresh!
This order better fucking be correct.
Those stupid bastards! They shorted me a duck nugget! You stupid bastards shorted me a duck nugget! I want a full refund! What are you laughing at? I'm taking my business elsewhere!
I pissed in his drink for being such an asshole.
No
He totally deserved it.
This storm is gonna shit the bed, damn it!
And this burger is cold.
This drink tastes like piss!
I pissed in his drink for being an asshole.
Yes! A tornado warning! Now where's my laptop? I need it! Aha! There it is. Finally, let's get rolling! Woo! Whoa, holy shit! I gotta get out of here! It's heading towards me! What the hell, you idiot? What the duck is this dumbass doing? You stupid son of a bitch! Learn how to drive, you stupid son of a bitch! Finally, a nice hot meal with some beautiful women. I earned this tonight. This is way better than Duck Donald's. These wings are hot and the beer's cold. You're cute. What's your number?
Yes, of course. It's 8675309.
Sucky, I love you long time! Get his horny ass out of here!
Well, mister, maybe you should have asked me on a date before smacking my butt. Now you're in horny jail. Happy April Fool's, Buster.
Please, let me out.
You've been in there long enough. I saw your Twister footage on the news.